Thank you. So, always helps to have a great bass player. But no, those kind of grooves, very simple grooves, but very effective. They're like infectious. That's the whole thing of a groove to me. Is I don't really like to play solos. I like to play like grooves over, ostinato or something. But I don't really like to play solos. I like to play grooves. I could play this all night. So, this is fun for me, fun for the band, Whether you're backing a singer, all the licks in the world, I don't think are going to get you a lot of gigs. But if you know how to play good time and have a good feeling, I think that's a really important thing. I know we have a very short time. I want to play some more grooves, but I also want to answer some questions. So I know. Again, we don't have a lot of time, but I think you get the idea of what I'm talking about with my doubles and things like that, playing very open and clean. So any questions on anything or something somebody might want to talk about?
Yes, sir. In your past, have you ever experimented with different cymbal placements? And if you have, why do you keep going back to this?
Good question. Very good. Everybody always asks me, why are my cymbals so high? I sit really low. I don't know if we have time, but if you want to come up and look how low I'm sitting very low. And I actually sit lower than this a lot of times. But I did experiment around with different heights and things. I like to have my cymbals, where I'm really hitting them, on the bow of the cymbal. So you're not breaking your cymbals. I never break cymbal. I never broke a cymbal in my life, really. I've been playing for 45 years. So, if you hit them too squarely from the side, they're going to take a lot of shock and maybe crack. But, I sit very low, and the reason I sit low just because I think the balance is important. We can talk more about that a little bit. Maybe I'll talk about bass drum technique a little bit. But, if I put my cymbals down, actually, then you couldn't see me. So that was when I toured with a lot of artists, everybody said, "Hey, Rick, you sit so low, man. You need to put your cymbals up so we can see you." So that's the reason. But it's very comfortable for me. So that's the reason mine are so high. But I have experimented around, and I think that's a very good question. It's all a very personal thing. You should definitely experiment around with finding your placement, what works for you, Don't necessarily copy somebody else just because you like that setup. It may not work for your body type, and your playing style. But I found that this is what works best for me. Yeah, good question. Yeah. Anything else? I can't see with the spotlight. Yeah.
Oh, what, me?
Question?
Oh, yeah, hi. I was just wondering, you were talking about how you don't bounce, like, when you're doing those doubles.
How I
Don't
Okay. I know you said you don't bounce when you're doing, like, doubles and that. How do you actually get that technique to...
I'm really playing, actually, it'd be great if, I don't know if we can do this, but I'm going to try it. Can I get back? back up as I go down here? I don't think I can, but could you?
Yep.
Okay, well, this is better. Actually, could you come up and do me a favor? Just hold it like that. Okay, I don't know if everybody can see it. You can hold it on the side. On the side. Yeah, that's okay. So, I have a thing that I do a lot at workshops and clinics. But I'm really playing doubles. And I'm not bouncing. I'm not bouncing, so I'm really playing, this is kind of, who asked the question? Where are you? Okay, good. So with this technique, I really learned to use a lot of wrist. And it's not all about bouncing, it's really about, that's hard to do. Let's see if it's hard to do. All right, thank you. How about a hand for my assistant? So the idea, sorry to get away from the mic, but it's difficult sometimes to say it, but everybody can hear me. So the idea, like a hard surface like this, you're going to get some rebound, which is good. But again, I do like the word rebound and not bounce. So I think it's important that you learn really how to use that rebound. So as far as how I developed it, a lot of practice. I'm not being facetious. But really, there's no secret way, but you really have to learn how to listen when you're practicing like doubles. To get that sound. And we have a way of playing in the States called a metered roll, a very rudimental way. Meter, like a meter. The rolls are based on 16th note pulses. So if you're playing the tempo, 1, 2, playing 16, 1 E and the 2 E and the 2 E. If there were 10 snare drummers, they would all play that roll the same way. If you had a roll starting on beat 1 and ending on beat 3, it would all go. It would never sound like. There's no relationship to the beat. We learned that at a very rudimental military style, and it really helps thinking of like placing those rolls. If we're playing a groove in 8th notes, 16th, either one. All those are just based on the. They sound like singles almost, If you play them clean enough, it's really cool. The idea in double. Whether you're doing doubles or triplets, like bottom was great, at those triplets.